Growing up, me and my siblings had to get a babysitter because my parents were too busy working to, of course, feed us because housing bills are really expensive, especially if you're living in a place like Stockholm. It's always the capitals for some reason that has the highest housing prices. But either way, I had to get a babysitter, of course, who would take care of me and my siblings while we were stuffing Legos into our mouths, checking how many Legos we can fit in our own ear before we turn deaf, doing whatever kind of scientific research we can to ensure that as much time has been of our childhood has been wasted as possible, so we can of course get to doing the important thing, watching YouTube on our screens. I was about 5, 6, 7 at the time. Now our babysitter, she was an absolute mega nerd. Whatever possible nerd stereotype that exists, she sort of followed it. Now one of those stereotypes were playing D&D. D&D is like a fantasy role-play game, but it's not a game. It's a board game, but it's not a video game. You've obviously heard of it before. It's basically role-playing and playing games combined. Well, the entirety of the thing that makes it fun is that you no longer get to be in this world that we're in here now, but instead you get to be in that fantasy world. That fantasy game where you're allowed to scout for MILFs every time you enter a tavern. Now, it's popular among nerds because it follows that same border of escaping life without taking drugs and alcohol. You follow a story, you make decisions, and depending on how well you roll a die, it gets good or it gets bad. Now, my babysitter decided to, well, bring one of the games with her to our house for her daily shift, so we do not ensure how many Lego bricks it takes to stuff up our own ears before we turn deaf. I don't know, it took about like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for us to be able to start hearing less. But my brother was intrigued, and me being the younger brother, I was also intrigued. It was very interesting. I mean, it was like a video game, but it was a board game, so it's healthy. Now, I didn't join until like the second half of the game, but here is how the game sort of went. So here's how it works. Picture this. There was a carriage, a caravan, horse cart thingamajig, and my brother, he was a mercenary. He was supposed to protect that thing. Now, I don't know what kind of race character he picked. I don't know. Let's just say he was a human. No, it was just driving along, but it got attacked by bandits. How devious. Now, the thing that kind of frightened me about the board game was apparently you had to pay some amount of money to get a new character, and that character slot you're supposed to like fill out and stuff. Basically, you're paying for a piece of paper showing a character, their level, their skills, and their etc. And then the player can like enhance those skills by joining D&D games, like roleplay. Now that frightened me, and that's why I didn't want to join in the game so early on. But it sounded so interesting because it was like a choose your own adventure story, but smart. Because you can try like choose what you're supposed to do. But the caravan got attacked, of course, and my brother, he had to protect it because he was a mercenary protecting it. He rolls a die. He gets a 1. Or maybe a 2. Maybe either way, 1, 2, 3. It wasn't enough, and he almost got killed. Me, I was listening in on the thing, but I didn't want to join because I didn't want to waste my babysitter's money on a character. But eventually I decided to just pick a character and go along. I don't know, it was this short dwarven guy with massive feet or whatever. I mean, how was I supposed to know? I was not a nerd. But, of course, I jump out of the bushes. Igelknytt has come to save the day. It is time. They detected me, of course. But it is time. It's a life or death scenario. Will we come out on top? Or will we get killed by silly bandits? I roll the dice. And I get a perfect 20. And I entirely, vertically, sliced the man in half with a short sword. I mean, I was kind of sad. I wanted it to be a long sword, but I got a short sword, so I don't, whatever. I wanted it to be a diamond sword. That'd be cool. But of course, I saved the day. I healed my brother with a potion, and he thanks me by threatening to kill me. Yes, he wanted me dead. He wanted me executed. He wanted me murdered. I dare steal his valor? Certainly not. Me, I was hella bored. I don't want to play the game. But my brother wanted to kill me. So it's time for another dice roll. Shall he kill me? Or do I, like, run away and stuff? He rolls a die. He gets like an 8, a 6 or something, whatever. I roll my die. What did I get? A 16. So so my character just turns around, walks right away. And he's just standing there, absolutely confused. Yes, I was such a good stealther. Oh yeah, but that's like the end of the game. Yeah. Dinner time, it was dinner time, and then I got to play video games for my daily 2 hours. So I got to play Minecraft for those final 2 hours to avoid me shoving Lego bricks up my nose and ears. Obviously dumbing me down, but yet on the other hand teaching me useful life lessons, like to be aware of your surroundings when you find diamonds, and of course never stare tall black guy in the eyes. Yeah, it's quite a sad reality really. I mean other kids, yeah, they get these really cool hot female babysitters who traumatize them for life with whatever weird kink they have. But mine, nah, mine goes out of her way to ensure that we don't stuff Lego bricks in our ears.